Hello and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'm doing a What's in My Camera Bag 6 months on from my first What's in My Camera Bag, and to give you an idea of how my photography gear has progressed in the last 6 months. My plan was to go from a fairly basic setup to semi-pro setup that I can use for doing professional work, including weddings, portrait shoots and whatnot. So first things first, the first thing out of the bag is the Joby Gorilla Pod, the mini one, which I use for my Hainel MK100 microphone. That's connected up to my original Nikon D5100 with a 105 VR, 18 to 105 VR lens. That is now my partner's camera and lens. I've got a 500 watt lamp, just shooting through an umbrella to diffuse the light a little bit. Seems to be working okay. So the bag. If you'll notice from my original video, the bag is different. I've gone from a lowepro flip side to a lowepro AEW 200 Pro runner, just to get a few more lenses and bits and bobs in. Now normally on the front I store the brolly, and that goes in there. That's the actual tripod storage, but I store the brolly in there. On the side I've got a little Manfrotto monopod. It's quite tall. It's not the best monopod going, but it's just lightweight and handy to have. Really only when I'm using the 70-200 lens. So there's a zip compartment at the front of this bag, which I will open up, and in it I've just got literally a few bits. I've got some little LED, there you crack them, torch, a little LED lenser. Here I've got a compass for some obscure reason, I don't know why, and that's all I've got in there at the moment. I've kept that clear for if I'm on a job I can get a few more bits in there specific to what I'm doing. So I've tried to leave that part of the camera bag nice and clear. Okay, just moving on to the insides of the bag. There's two compartments here which I've just got SD cards in. There's a zipper compartment here which I've got things like that, some cable ties, some lens cloths, more lens cloths, some pills, and my remote for the camera, and that's about it in there. So that's that. Plenty more room in there for more stuff. The microphone and the Gorilla Pod usually go in here, so I'll start with here. I've got my side camera strap, my Giottos Rocket Air. Just a quick note, if you haven't got one of these, it doesn't have to be the Giottos one, but if you haven't got one of them, get one. It's just, before you clean your lenses with a cloth or anything, blow any dust or sand off so you don't scratch your lenses when you clean them. That's a must have. Okay, so that's in that bit. I've got my Nikon SB600 speed light, which just sits in there nicely. I've got my filters in there, so I've got polarizing filters, some ND filters, etc. in there. In this little bit here I've just got, that's for me, like if I want to put a flash on there, on the stand with the umbrella, that's all the kit I need. That's the little flash mount. I've got caps, I've got a little carabiner, I've got a Swiss Army knife, and a couple of things for attaching to the bottom of the camera. So that's me sort of bits and bobs section there really. So that's that. There's as you can see, plenty of room for your gear in here, and plus a few lenses. The only thing is my camera with I've got the D7000 with the battery grip on, and with the battery grip on it doesn't stand upright. The bag is not deep enough. So if you want to get a bag where you can stand up either like a D3 or a D4, a pro body camera, or a camera with a battery grip on, you really need a deeper bag, and I didn't really realise that when I bought this bag. I thought it was going to be deep enough. So when I first started, I thought, oh, I'm not going to take the battery off every time, but as it happens, it works fine because I put it on its side like that, and it fits nicely, and I've got easy access to my SD cards in the camera with it in there, which actually works out quite nice. So if we get the camera out first, that's the D7000 with the Miki, whatever, newer battery grip, and on it I've got the Sigma 18-50 2.8 lens. So we'll put that there. That. Then in the middle section I've got the Sigma 70-200 f2.8. It's got its I don't know what you call that mount on there, tripod mount, and also a Manfrotto mount. I'm using the Manfrotto tripod as we speak, and I've got a couple of these. One I'm using, one on there. So that's the Sigma 70-200 2.8, and in there I've got the again a Sigma 24-70, and again it's the 2.8 version. There's the theme there. So and that's pretty much it. Also, I always keep in here, I've got 1, 2, and I think there's another one floating around somewhere, at least 3 or 4 of these silica gel packets. Don't ever throw these away. Dry them out on your windowsill every now and again, but keep them in your bag, especially where your lenses are. I usually keep one with each lens. There is another one in there floating around somewhere, but keep them in there, and that'll stop you getting fungus on inside your lenses, because if it does get a bit damp in there, they'll absorb it, and jobs are good un. So there you have it. 6 months on, I've gone from a D50-100 with kit lens and an 18-70 lens to a D7000 with a battery grip with what I call the holy trinity of lenses, the 3 lenses that will get you through pretty much any job. The 18-50, the 24-70, and the 70-200. I am going to do a separate video on those 3 lenses, and also on the 24-70, which is my new purchase. Anyway, I hope this has been of some interest to somebody, and please subscribe. Just one point to note: if you're going to leave a foul message on my YouTube page, I'd rather you didn't. I don't pay any attention to them. This is my reviews, views and opinions, not anybody else's. So if you disagree with it, disagree with it, but don't write abuse, please, on my YouTube page. Thank you very much. Cheers, bye.